Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5. And this Testing Tuesday, we're going to be testing the Western Gargoyle. I figured I'd do another bike test because it's been a long time since I did a bike at all on this game. Okay, I'll go this way then. So I figured it was about time I test another one to mix things up a little bit. This bike, for a bike that's not like, it's not like a crotch rocket or anything like that, it's just like a regular motorcycle, it goes decently quick. I think this is going to get a pretty good time on here. This bike does have an incredible amount of traction, which you don't really see on many of the vehicles in this game. The handling's not bad at all. What kind of car was that? The kind of car that I thought I was in passive mode, but I must have disabled it instead. That is the Penumbra. Okay, that's kind of cool. Hey, we have a mutual agreement to not kill each other. That's kind of cool for once. Acceleration's pretty good, mostly because the traction's really high on this. Steering's good because it's a motorcycle as I hit my head on a sign. Braking, also really good. You can get some decent stoppies with it. I really don't remember. As far as customization, I don't think it's too much that you can really do with this. There's two different liveries, minus not having a livery at all. It's either just paint or two liveries that you can pick through. I believe you can change the wheels. I just didn't because I like the really wide, big look on these, and I like having the chains on the back. The look I was actually going for was like the old Indians. I really like the old Indian bikes, but this is about as close as I could get in-game. I know there's the cliffhanger could also be kind of like an older Indian, but this is as close as the game has to offer for me to make a vehicle like that. Really don't know much more to talk about. If I can, I will eventually test the what's it called? The death version of this bike, the one with the saws and the machine guns and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to be testing the regular version of the Gargoyle. Not really much more to add on to this, so let's head on over to the test track and see what we can get. Okay, this is my second attempt. I did really good through the entire thing except for this, the last turn, right back here. As always, I will not be leaning forward or back during this, just because, like, with the Hikachi drag, if you lean forward, you go faster, and then with pretty much any other bike except for that, if you do a wheelie, you go faster. The problem with that is that you can't always do a wheelie. You can't always be doing a wheelie while racing, and you can't always be leaning forward while you're racing. So to eliminate that variable, I just do not lean forward or back. I just turn left and right, and whatever happens. Like, whatever time we end up getting is what the time will be. Because that's more, it's like the same thing with, like, the rocket bike and stuff. When I tested that, I didn't use the rockets because no other vehicles have rockets. It's just not fair to implement something like that into a regular race. And besides, with like the rocket bike and the rocket Voltic and stuff like that, you can't do races with them other than the races that are specifically for those cars and nothing else. Like, you can't race this bike alongside the Rocket Bike Mark 1 or Mark 2. It's one or the other. Okay, we're going pretty quick. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Gotta cut through there. Hit the apexes right. Brake. A little bit of tire squeal from all that leaning. Hopefully we'll make this turn good this time. I really think it's because I started braking late and I didn't even hit the checkpoint when I went through it on the first try. Okay, that is much better. That was really, really close to the line. That was like a perfect line at the end. Okay, we got 2 minutes, 6.993 seconds. I do believe that's in the top, like, 14. Not really sure, so let's head on over to leaderboard and see where we placed. On the test track, the Western Gargoyle finished in 13th place at 2 minutes, 6.993 seconds. A very good time, but for a bike, you do expect bikes to get a better time like this, just because the better handling, and this specific bike has a ton of traction on it, which really, really helps it get a good time on here. Other than that, really nothing else, so let's head on over to the drag track and see what we can get over there. Okay, this one I think we're going to actually do really good on. The last one I don't think was a bad time at all, but with how this thing takes off, you get virtually no wheel spin. Like, you didn't even hear anything. Like, you heard zero tire squeal. At least I heard none. Which is, that's impressive. To be able to just floor it and nothing, like, it doesn't lose grip at all. Alright, light on. It's gonna be 23 something. No, 24. 24.326 seconds. Not really sure if that's a quick time or not, so let's head on over to leaderboard and see where we placed. On the drag track, the Western Gargoyle finished in 32nd place, tied with the Dubashi 770, finishing with a 24.326 seconds. Not as good of a time as I initially expected, so since it got a slower time on the drag track, that means it definitely does better in the handling portion than it does the acceleration and top speed part. It is a very good bike. I do like the bike, mostly because of the more classic and vintage look that it has. I really, though, I'm going to definitely keep it, but it's probably not one I'm going to be using in races or anything like that. It's probably just going to be like a show bike. But I hope this helps at least someone out to help them if they want to get this bike or not. Post in the comments down below of a vehicle you'd like to see me test in the next episode of Testing Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click one of my previous, next, and related videos. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.